but yeah, Stephon Diggs, I think he will start to do better. Like I think one of the reasons like Josh and like our offensive stats haven't been as good is because we get out to like a big lead against these shitty teams and then we don't really have to throw it like as much. And then we have other guys that are just more open than Diggs. Like we had Emmanuel Sanders had a really good game. Like Dawson Knox has been playing good. But like I said, so we played a bunch of shitty teams and shitty like backup court. Like we knocked Tua out. We got Jacoby Brissett. We just played Davis Longneck Mills. And now it's like our first real test of the season. And like every Bills fan keeps seeing like the picture of Stephon Diggs, like, oh, like looking at the Kansas City Chiefs last year in the AFC championship game when they beat us afterwards. And it's like, it's just some bad feelings right there between the Bills and the Chiefs.
I think they'll win.
And to be honest, like the Chiefs have given the Bills the business last two times we played. It was 38-24 in the AFC championship game and 26-17 in the regular season last year. And I think a lot of it has to do with Andy Reid getting the better of Sean McDermott. And I pulled up this little thing. Basically, Sean McDermott started off as a defensive quality control coach for Andy Reid, then like worked his way up to defensive backs assistant coach. And he eventually replaced Steve Spagnuolo, who is the Kansas City's current defensive coordinator, as the DB coach. And then McDermott, after legendary defensive coordinator Jim Johnson fell ill with melanoma, McDermott became Andy Reid's D coordinator for the Eagles in 2009. And they eventually like went to the Super Bowl, lost to the Patriots, all this stuff. So I think Andy Reid just has such a good knowledge of Sean McDermott's defense and like everything that he's learned. Like he's learned from Steve Spagnuolo, who is Andy Reid's current defensive coordinator. So it's like when we play them, they just know how to beat our, like we run a lot of zone coverage. Travis Kelce's always getting open. It's not a fun matchup, but I do think this year, like our roster has become a lot better and theirs has dropped down. Now, I'm not saying they're lower than the Bills in talent, but I'm saying they're not as good as they were last year, the Chiefs.
I could agree with that.
So what did you say, Hunter? You think the Bills got this one?
Yeah, I think Andy Reid is going to let them win on purpose, and then in the playoffs, he's going to beat them.
Unleash his full wrath and his backup
He's going
playbook.
to be like, oh, this was just regular season us.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna like like one of their strengths is gonna be like, all right, let's what we know we're gonna kill him on next time. Let's just like let him fuck us up. And then so the next time they're like, oh yeah, like that worked. And he's like, well, guess what? I'll go fuck yourself.
I mean, I'm worried about that, but
you also got to worry about Trevor in the playoffs.
Trevor. I mean,
I don't know if anybody has to worry about any of the rookies in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I think
AFC South is still a tight race, folks.
I don't know about that.
It is.
This Bills KC game is so big for the Bills because if we win, we go to 4-1, and then Kansas City would be 2-3, and it would just be like we would be in the front running for home field advantage, which I think is important with Josh and his crowd noise issues. But also, the game is in Arrowhead, which is one of the loudest stadiums. So if Josh really poops the bed here, then we'll see, because the Chiefs defense hasn't been good. And Chris Jones has a snapped up wrist. So if Josh poops the bed here, it's definitely like I feel like before he plays the Chiefs, I always see the look on his face. It's the deer in the headlights look, dude. It's like when Hunter plays me in Madden, dude, he just, his butt clenches up. He doesn't make some plays that should be there, But, oh man, I think ultimately it comes down to if we can stop Travis Kelce, because he, like last year, he had 13 catches for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns in the championship game.
I think it's going to come down to you stopping Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon, he is activated for this game. I mean, maybe I could see Josh Gordon randomly like breaking out with the Chiefs, just being in an
Just
Andy
runs
Reid.
by Levi Wallace.
Yeah. I mean, Levi, he gets ran by, but when the ball's in the air, he can somehow catch up and try to. He'll either get mossed or maybe he'll get a pick or something. But also, I know that Chris Jones is, if he plays, he's been moving. They have him rushing from the edge, which I think is stupid this year. Like, I think he's a guy you put in the middle and he just like fucking bowls over people and he's so disruptive. And the Bills, like our guards have been absolutely horrendous this year. Like we just benched Cody Ford. Our other guy, Mongo Feliciano, he's been
His name's Mongo.
that's what he goes by. He's been snapped up.
Is it short for Mongoloid?
No, his name's John Feliciano.
Oh, okay.
But he's just the Italian stallion from the University of Miami. But he hasn't been getting it done. But our rookie tackle, Spencer Brown, he's looked like an absolute hoss. Like I think he might be a Pro Bowler. I don't know if you've seen, like, there's a video of him like making fun of Desmond King on the Texans, like talking shit, calling him short. But that guy, like, he was pancaking people. Like he's strong. He benches over 500 pounds. I think if he plays well and Chris Jones is on the edge, then we'd have a chance. But if Chris Jones is in the middle on those guards, just tearing it up like he was last year, then that wouldn't be good.
Yeah. But I don't think the Chiefs need to win right now.
They're kind of falling behind, dude. But this year, there is a extra playoff spot. So, I mean, they'll be in the playoffs, but
I forgot about that.
Will they get the home field advantage, which is so important? Like, I think whoever gets the home field advantage, you have like a 50% chance of going to the Super Bowl.
50?
Yeah, 50. Because you get a bye week, then the next game's at home against the lowest seed. So it's like you get a fucking like an easy softball.